Hello and welcome everyone to the All Signs Zodiac Tarot reading for the month of November. You are joining us live on Twitchy Tuesdays or catching us on the replay. And I am Maloney Adams, and I'm so excited to be your guide through this tarot journey, through this zodiac journey, where we are going to take a look at the beginning, the middle, and the end of November in a very unique and special way. So, as I was getting into all of this November eclipsey, tipsy on eclipse energy, it was very clear that there were two dynamics at play here: the very masculine, action oriented side of everything, and the feminine, very internal side of things. And those are found throughout the entire month of November, whether it's the Scorpio Taurus axis that's very, very prominent right now, or when we get into Sagittarius, where we end up getting the Sagittarius season, and planets headed into Sagittarius, but are coming up to squares with Saturn and Neptune, which are in Pisces right now. And of course, we are doing this on Saturn station direct day. I'm feeling the freedom, feeling the push forward, feeling the movement, feeling the readiness to bring forth and to create. So I am so excited to be with you here today. So this is how it's going to work. In this awesome bag, this fun bag of selenite coins, discs, we've got each of the zodiac symbols on them. So I will pick one. That will be the sign that we go for, and we're just going to do that through all 12. This deck here, which is the Ethereal Edition Tarot. This is going to be used for the feminine energy. And then we have the Elemental Wisdom Tarot. I had to make sure they were right. They're sitting right there. You got to get the background. The Elemental Wisdom Tarot will be used for the masculine energy. And these are feminine, masculine energies, meaning the action oriented, the decision making, and then the internal birthing ideas creation. So, the reason why this came up was high effort equals high reward. And while we're waiting for Jupiter to station direct, we have 56 days exactly as I'm recording this. Um, we still have things to do. So there's still action that is needed, but there's also this turn inward right now. There's this ability to relax. So from the masculine side, some of the themes that I tapped into was, you know, there's this feeling that we've been asking for an upgrade. You've been asking for something to change in your life. You've been asking for bigger prosperity, bigger abundance, whatever that looks like for you. That is an upgrade. If it's not the same as what it is now, but better, that's your upgrade. So, whatever that is and you're asking for, there's this time in this masculine space right now where you need to prove it to the universe that you mean what you say. Are you who can hold what you're asking for? And that takes action, it takes decision making, it takes decisiveness in order for all of that to come through. On the very other hand, though, there's this massive call to faith, massive call to close your eyes and just walk on your path. And get your brain out of the way. Because while taking this masculine action is really wonderful, um, there's this piece where you've got to go back and just be with yourself. Take a moment to ensure that everything's aligning, taking a moment to ensure that your energy is where it needs to be in order to get that upgrade that you want to get. And it's a moment to get your brain out of the way, because a lot of this can turn into undecisiveness. It can turn into analysis paralysis, etc. We don't want that. So get the brain out of the way, getting into that feminine energy and being able to see both sides of it, being able to understand that this isn't on your time. This is on the time that is meant to be for your greatest and highest good, especially now that Saturn's direct. So I feel like the Scrabble things. All right, let's see what sign is going to be first. Okay. Oh, I saw. Oh, I saw. Hold on. I got to shake more. I saw. I don't want to see. I just want to pull. This is this feminine side right here. Close your eyes, walk your path. We are going to walk the path with Scorpio right now. Look at that. All right, Scorpio, you are up first. Put those. Where do you want to go? Let's put you on here. Okay, nope, you want to go right there. Perfect. All right. All right, so again, we've got clothes here, very representative of the season, good energy to work with. So this is going to be the first part of November, the middle part of November, and the ending of November. We're going to do the masculine first. So for Scorpio, what is the masculine energy for each of those time periods? Then on top of that, we'll get the feminine side, and then we'll read for Scorpio altogether. That's how each sign's going to go. And then, yeah, we'll get you back onto your Saturday. All right. So, first up, we are going to get the masculine. All right. So, Scorpio, for Scorpios out there, what is the masculine energy for of November that is needed for Scorpios? If I can get the masculine energy for the the first part of November for all Scorpios, thank you. Ace of Swords, middle of November, the Emperor, and what do we have? Oh, here we go. And the Queen of Swords. Okay, put that over there. All right, now, what is the feminine energy? How can we receive? How can Scorpio receive, close their eyes, walk their path, getting the brain away, embracing the creativity? What is the feminine message for Scorpio at the start of November? Thank you. And in the middle of November, thank you. We got two queens on deck. So that was the Seven of Cups at the start, the Queen of Wands in the middle of November, and we have Judgment at the end of November. Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning of November where we have, let me try and get, there we go. We have the Ace of Swords here at the beginning of November in the masculine with the Seven of Cups in the feminine. So as you're working Scorpio at the beginning of November to get your clarification of what you need in the Scorpio Taurean themes, this Saturn sort style themes. I'm feeling this Ace of Swords is very directed and aligned, Scorpio, since we are in your season with everything that is happening right now with Saturn stationing direct. This is like this moment. Where is your clarity coming from? You might have woken up this morning and had an aha moment. Holy crap, that's what I was waiting for. It just like the veil lifted and now all of a sudden you're here. You're not drudging water anymore. It can also be that clarity was given to you, so maybe you were waiting for something. I'm getting the energy signature, Scorpio, of like you were waiting for a contract to come through, or you were waiting for like all of the pieces to fit. Like there's something maybe about moving for some of you where you were like waiting for a landlord to get back to you or waiting for the contract to be signed. And you're finally breaking free of that. You finally have deeper knowledge and understanding on what this next stage is going to be, what this first part of November is going to be for you, and the actions that you need to take. With the swords, there's a lot of action in your voice. So, for example, Scorpio, if you were, let's say, waiting for a landlord to reach back out to you so you could move, you can sign the contract, you can get all of the things in line, right? Moving is not a simple task. There are multiple things that have to get into order and fall into place in order to do that, to relocate your whole being from one place to another. Um, it might be that either you got that clarity cut and came through, or you have to vocalize something. It's very much Scorpio for you in the first half of November, the high effort, high reward, the upgrade that you've asked for. We're not asking for things now. We've done our asking. Now it's about proving that you mean what you say. Your voice, how are you showing up? So if that is the scenario that we're working with the landlord, etc., waiting to hear back, what are you not doing or doing to help that upgrade come through? Prove it to the universe that you mean what you say. It reminds me, this card in this position, Scorpio, reminds me of that, the joke with the guy who was praying to God over and over and over again to win the lottery. And when he gets to heaven, he asks God why he never won the lottery and never granted his upgrade. And God was like, you never went out and bought a ticket. There is action that's required of you. It's not enough to, again, you've asked for the upgrade. It's not enough to just ask for it. There's effort. There's something that you need to do to break free of that. Or now that you have the information, you need to begin to take those next steps in this first part of November. From the feminine perspective, with the 7 of Cups here, so this deck, we were using this deck in October. I love it so much, and I love how in this particular card in this deck, the individual is completely in black. It is completely shadowed. You can't see this individual. You don't know what's happening. And that to me, in the feminine position, is exactly Scorpio at this first part, is exactly what needs to happen. That feminine energy, the energy of the receiving, the allowing, the creation, needs to take this, like, don't be seen type of energy to it, or um seen but not heard, like one of those. That's the energy that I'm getting with this card, which is like, if you look, these cups, all of these cups represent some sort of upgrade, right? We've got the upgrade of beauty, we've got the upgrade of spirituality, we've got the upgrade of, living life in abundance, we've got the upgrade of beating our, overcoming our enemies, we've got the upgrade of, building and having monetary value in things, we've got the upgrade of fruitfulness and being able to provide, we have the upgrade of conquering and acknowledgement and all of that, Scorpio, but they're all in the clouds. This is, again, you've already asked for the upgrade, but there's no reason why you can't close your eyes and walk yourself down the path to how to make these things happen. What action, as you begin to get this clarity on the actions that are needed to make these cups a reality, get your brain out of the way and just let your imagination roll. Let the messages come through. See all sides of things, because you may, for example, let's say you're building this, you're wanting this house, you're wanting the fruitfulness, you're trying to get power over enemies, etc., right? Like, you're trying to make these things happen, and you have one way of doing it, and the universe, your ancestors, they have a totally different way that it's going to show up. They've planned it in a completely different way. Remember, your plan and God's plan are very, very different. So allow yourself to take yourself on that journey of, just let it be free, let it go. This first part of November, Scorpio, let the mind's eye run wild to figure out the paths that are before you. Figure out the things that might need to happen, that might need to, you know, get the fear out of the way, is how I'm hearing it, Scorpio. Like, I'm part of visualization, and this is part of how I use visualization, my brain is incredibly good at going down worst case scenario. Like literally the worst thing possible. All right, I want to build this castle on this mountain face. I'm going to build it and immediately I'm going to be laying in bed and I'm just going to crash down into the ravine. It's fine. That's my lot in life, right? Immediate brain goes there. But what I can do now and the practices that I've gained now, Scorpio, is in that feminine realm, I can close my eyes and instead of fighting that vision or getting anxiety, I feel it in my chest. My heart starts to beat. I get a little sweaty. I'm like, oh my God, that's going to be the worst case scenario ever. Breathing, closing my eyes, getting my brain out of the way, and just taking myself down that journey. Okay, so what if that does happen? Let's walk down that way. Let's be truthful. Let's go down there. Let's go down that path. Go all the way down it and then revert back around, Scorpio. Turn yourself back on yourself, become the observer and go, and what happens if it turns out even better than expected? And then you can walk yourself all the way back, walk yourself all the way down the other side of that spectrum and begin to see and expand all the things. It's almost like there's a need, Scorpio, in this first half of the month in that feminine energy to get some of that fear out of the way. To get that fear out of the way so that way you can get to the other side of it, which is where all the blessings are. Okay, that's the first half of November, Scorpio. Middle of November. Woo, we've got the Emperor and the Queen of Wands. Feminine position, Queen of Wands, Emperor in the masculine. Is there anything else that needs to be said at this moment? In the beginning, you're getting this clarity and it's allowing you by the middle of November to stand in your power, Scorpio. Stand exactly where you need to. Again, if all things go and you speak your truth, you prove it, you're doing the things, you're taking the right actions, you're making pivots where you need to. By the middle, put your stake in the ground then. Look at this guy, right? He has, I stand here proud before you today. I did the work, things are coming in. I'm in good character. I'm seeing blessings return because of that. I'm doing the things that I need to do. I'm taking the action, making the decisions that I know fits within my value system. I know fits within my long-term vision and goals, and I am thriving. I'm thriving. And I continue to take the action. The thing that I love about this Emperor card in this deck, Scorpio, in the middle of November, he is in full armor. This isn't the Emperor on the throne that is done, right? The Emperor here still has shit he's got to do. This isn't the end. High effort, high reward, all the way through the end of December. Jupiter will not station direct Scorpio until December 30th. This emperor knows he's not done yet. I can't take the time to sit down on my throne. It's not done yet. I've still got more effort. I still have more abilities. I still have more. The upgrade isn't complete yet. I still got more I've got to do. So he's ready. He's ready to take that action, Scorpio. And then the Queen of Wands comes out for the feminine in that same time frame. So as you are, I mean, again, getting that fear out of the way, getting that fear out of the way. Look at this. Look at what happens. Okay. All right. Well, while I know that masculine energy, my actions are taking care of the things in front of me. I'm ready. I'm making decisions. It's showing. I feel good about what's happening right now. I'm almost to the end of my season, Scorpio. My inside, look, Venus is in Libra, going almost in Libra, almost in her home sign, almost exalted, almost, I should say not exalted, but in her domicile. It's time. I can embrace now some of that beautiful Queen of Wands energy, the ability to know, you know what? I know how to pivot. I know how to pivot internally. I know how to bring my nervous system down. I know how when the emperor, my action taker Scorpio is on display and is making decisions, I can sit on my throne because she is on her throne. Sit on my throne with my little kitty cat. I can sit on my throne and I can let the emperor go where he needs to go. I am getting out of his way. I'm going to be right here holding the space as the feminine energy, but my brain's out of the way. I'm now guiding. I'm supportive. I'm able to discern from that higher perspective, from the 5D, from the internal. I'm listening to my intuition. You got to get through this first half of the month to get into this part of it, this really beautiful synchronicity, right? This beautiful synchronicity between the masculine and the feminine here, Scorpio. Because at the end of the month, you have judgment inside of the feminine, and you have the Queen of Swords sitting in the masculine. Now, the end of the month is where we get these squares between Sagittarius and Pisces. So we will have Mercury in Sag, Mars in Sag, the Sun in Sag. I'm pretty sure there's something else going into Sag too. Maybe one of the asteroids. Don't quote me. However, we've got all of these Sag, and they first, Scorpio, have to meet up with Saturn, go square Saturn, and then go all the way through Sagittarius to meet up with Neptune at the end and square Neptune. And as they work through all of that, it's the work that you do, again, high effort, high reward. It's the work that you're doing, Scorpio, in these front part of the months, or in this front part of November and in the middle of November before it turns into Sagittarius season. It's that piece that's going to allow you to kick ass when you get to the end, and everything changes into Scorpio and we get that fiery energy. We get that fiery energy meeting up with this Piscean depth and iciness with Saturn at the beginning of it, and then into the veil with Neptune at the end. And it is going to be with that. Like, this queen is no punk. Again, none of these are sitting down from that masculine standpoint. What a great deck for the masculine, right? Like, okay, everything is standing up here, Scorpio. There is action. This Queen of Swords, she is no bullshit, especially because you already got the Ace of Swords at the beginning. The Emperor stood in his power in the middle, got a little bit of that juice flowing. She's going to be your warrior to take you through the squares and into December. She's going to be the one that gets you that high effort because she knows there's this incredibly high reward at the end of it. She didn't get all of this by sitting on her ass. That's why she's standing here. She didn't get all of this without being calculated. Here comes that Saturn energy again, being calculated. Sagittarius is a very like, when we get to Sag season, Scorpio, I mean, you know that transition. You know that transition probably better than anybody. It's like, fuck, I was so Scorpio, and now you want me to come out and play, and you want me to fucking socialize, and you want me to do all this shit. Why? Why? I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do all of that. No, wait, who wants to do all of that? That, and then plus you get this dreamy piece of Pisces, and you get this like, nimbness in a square. Yeah, no. Habits that you build up in this front part, Scorpio, are going to get you to the end. And with the judgment here, like, we've got celebration. There is celebration here at the end. There's this calling of home. There's this, like, I'm hearing it from the feminine where that elation that you went through November, you did what you were supposed to do. You're proud of yourself. Like, you're proud of yourself, Scorpio. You're proud of what you're putting out into the world. You're proud of the things that you're doing. You're proud of how you stood your boundaries and you held your thing. You're proud of the actions that you took. You're proud of the information that you gained along the way. You're proud that you were able to go inside. You're proud that you were able to sit on your throne and allow this ebb and flow of energy. Like, you've got super solid foundation, Scorpio, for the month of November. And I'm hearing it, so I'm going to say it. Don't fuck it up. That's that's all of this can be all all reversed very quickly. Very quickly. It's your choices. It's what you choose to do during the month, Scorpio. Because this, turning them all right side up, this is the good. This is what you want to accomplish. All right, Scorpio, thank you. We are going to move on to the next sign. Let's see who we have. All right, I will put those here. Okay. Bag of tricks. All right, if you are joining me on Twitch or on YouTube Live, even on replay, you can put in the comments while we're streaming live again or on replay. What sign are you most interested in learning about? Maybe it's your sun sign, moon. I typically, there are times where I'll read for specific planets. It depends upon what the energy brings. But what I found within, even in my own practice and the tarot that I listen to, the things of that nature, there are times where I'm very aligned with my sun sign, and that's what I go towards. There are times where I'm like, oh no, this was totally a rising moment for me. So whichever one is calling to you, that's the one that you should go with. All right, here we go. Oop. And weren't we just talking about Pisces? Here we are. We've got the Pisces ready to go. All right, let me get these shuffled a little bit. Okay, and let's get the masculine first. All right, Pisces. So, same thing. We'll start off with masculine, what actions need to be taken in the beginning, middle, and end of November. All right, for Pisces, all the Pisces out there. Well, thank you. And thank you. Oh, there's that Ace of Swords again. And the end of November, please. But Pisces is ready. Page of Wands. Look at the two warriors. All right. Already hearing it. Let's get this feminine energy first, and then we will get the messages. So, for the masculine energy of Pisces, in the first part of November, we have the Knight of Wands. In the middle, we have the Ace of Swords and Temperance that came out, and then the Page of Wands is sitting at the end. All right, what do we have on the feminine energies for Pisces at the beginning of November? Okay. All right. So we have at the beginning of November, let's see if I can make some space. We got multiple cards out. Okay. So at the start, we have the Nine of Pentacles, we have the Nine of Wands. In the middle of November, we have the World and the Queen of Cups. And to round out the month in the feminine aspect for Pisces is the King of Cups. So, starting off with our two warriors on either side here. So at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, Pisces, in that masculine energy space, we've asked for the upgrade. We've got high effort. We're trying to get high reward. We're not asking for more. We know what our goal is. We know what we're going towards. So don't get especially with all of this down here. Don't get confused out there. Don't go wandering off somewhere. Stay here. Saturn, thankfully, is direct. So it's going to give you a lot more focal, focused energy versus this like dissipation of ice and like the dissipation of water. So use it, use that to your advantage. Um, so it's proving to the universe that you mean what you say. This is the upgrade I want. And what I love is on both sides of this are absolute warriors. So look at these cards. So, first off, we've got a warrior on a rhinoceros, and it's the Knight of Wands, full armor, full steam ahead. And then we have the Page of Wands at the end of the month, which is similar like viewpoint in the Serengeti somewhere, still in full armor, just not taking that action, like not on a rhinoceros. We're not moving anywhere anymore. So there's movement at the start. There's this like there's at the end of November, Pisces, there's this moment where you know that things are beginning to open up, things are beginning to change. There's going to be new adventures. You have to get through this month first. So, with Saturn being so long retrograde in your sign, there could have been a few battles that you had to go through, Pisces. There could have been a few battles, and that still might, that energy, that need to prove, need to push, need to like bump up against Saturn and be like, come on, dude, I've got to do this. Like maybe it's been that like internal, like I know I have to do X and I'm pushing and I'm struggling to get there. I am not feeling this Knight of Wands card as something that is coming easy. This has been some sort of struggle or is coming to a struggle where you're like, okay, I just don't know what action to take. I don't know how to start taking action, whatever that looks like. But now in this first part of November, there's like, I know I've got to do something. Saturn stations direct today. Now I can finally start again to see and not be like trudging through okay, I'm getting the image of a frozen lake and where like it feels like since Saturn's been retrograde, you're on a frozen lake and you've been like picking at the ice to try to get to the water because you got to get in the water, you've got to take that plunge, and it's just been this fight with the ice. Like you get so far and then the ice freezes over again, the water freezes over again, and then you've got to go back and start all over again. That's the energy that I'm feeling. And you're finally breaking through at the beginning of this month. We see that down here in these nines. There's there's things that are completing. There's lots of things that are completing. It's just not done yet. It won't be done until you get to the end of this month. So again, high effort, high reward. But I do feel like it is getting easier as you go along November, Pisces. And in the feminine side, this is where, again, get your brain out of the way. You get to see both sides of things. You get to like just close your eyes and envision walking down this path. And Pisces in that feminine intuitive space, we're good, right? Like this is something that can be very, I'm feeling this where the action was a lot more of a struggle. I'm feeling that this was a lot more ease. Was there bumps and bruises, right? We've got this nine of wands. He's got his head right. I got a boo-boo on the head. Yeah, there were bumps and bruises, but you knew you could do it. You knew you could fortify what you needed to fortify. You knew you could come up with what you want, the upgrade that you do want to see. You have all of that in the bag. Like those are I'm hearing it's coming in spades. You have designed all of the things. You've sat down, you know how to make the money from them, you know how to fortify, you know which actions you need to take. all of that feminine, that internal, awesome. It's going great. This is the struggle. The action is the struggle. The effort is the struggle. And Pisces, we then get to the middle of the month and things start to change. Things start to change in your internal field, the feminine, that inside, the intuition. Things start to change in the action that you're taking. Um, this to me, with the Ace of Swords and Temperance up in the masculine space, this is the like, there is action. It is an action. Let me rephrase that, Pisces. It is an action to let go and let God. That is an action. If you continue to pound that ice in that lake and you are, it's, is it Sisyphus that rolls? Wait, hold on. I might be thinking of the wrong Greek, um, mythology. Oh my gosh, I may have to Google this while we're live. The Greek story of the guy that rolls the boulder up the hill and it gets to the top and it rolls all the way back down. That's here, right? And so it's this understanding, it's the clarity, it's the aha moment, it's the surrender. Surrender is action. That is a decision, because this is what the masculine is about. It's not just about actual physical, like, oh, I need to pick this up and I need to move it here. That is part of the masculine energy space. But masculine energy is also about decision making, clarity in decision making, and owning those decisions. And that Pisces in the middle of the month is you make that decision that you need to make, whatever that looks like. But again, we're moving towards our upgrades. We're moving towards doing the things that we said we were going to do. And so some sort of decision is made. And in the feminine space, like again, you've been working on that inside. You've been manifesting the things. And now slowly that's changing, right? All right, I did my part. My feminine did my part to get to here, to get to this aha moment, to get to this turning of a corner. I'm seeing this also as like an escalator, moving on to the next escalator. Um, Finally breaking through that ice now. And of course, why am I choosing an ice lake and breaking through? And here she is on a lake, the queen, that resonates with you. Um, she's also, wow, she's also like either intensely scrying into this cup or like not pleased with what she sees. I don't know. This is like a very frowny face right here. I just noticed that. It's like, what is this frowny face you got going on, ma'am? It's like this moment where things change. We've got the Queen and King of Cups here. Hold on. Let me. So, this is two-part, Pisces. There are some that, if in the masculine energy space, if the decision isn't made to fall into faith, to let go, to surrender, to stop banging your goddamn shield and like making this rhino like plow through things, if this doesn't happen internally, that wheel is going to turn and you're going to begin to focus on things that Saturn, who is very prominent in your sign right now, that Saturn doesn't, is like hard pass. You're going to, when we get to Sagittarius and Pisces and these squares, look at Saturn just fucking sitting there. Look at, you're going to have to go pay the piper. You're literally going to have to go pay Saturn. You're going to have to sit down It's going to be that moment where, like, when you were a kid, your dad or your grandpa or whoever was your male figure in your life was like, no, you're not going out tonight. You're going to sit your ass on that couch and we're going to have a conversation and you're going to have a come to Jesus moment. That if that surrender becomes just like, it can go one way or the other. It's either going to come to this wheel is going to change. You're going to not, or, you're going to change for the good. That other, it's also really good. What if you change and that wheel turns, that world turns really well? You do surrender. Now, this conversation with Saturn, this conversation with the King of Cups sounds more like, I'm really proud of you. Great job graduating. Great job putting in that high effort. It wasn't easy. I saw it and you did it. So it's really this middle of the month. Pay attention, Pisces, because this middle of the month is where it's like this kind of, you've got two paths on that journey, and it's going to be your actions or the choices that you make that are going to take you down one way or the other. Because at the end of the month, no matter what, you're meeting with Saturn at the end of the month. But the great thing is, Pisces, and this is where the Page of Wands comes in, that masculine energy force. This is the best part about all of that. You have control over all of it. That's what the Page of Wands is here for. Everything is in your control. Everything. I can either go to war. I can go, like, this could be a wedding dress for all I know. I could go get married. I could go get my upgrade, or I'm just posing for a portrait and then my ass has to go and take all of this off and pout in my room because I'm grounded. Saturn, I got grounded by Saturn. So it's really at the end of the month, it's your adventure to choose, Pisces. All right. Pisces done. Let's get Pisces over here. Thank you. Okay. And let me mix these. Okay. Let's see who is up next. Ooh, Taurus. All right. We have Taurus next. Let's see what Taurus has got going on in November. Look, Uranus ain't quiet right now. Uranus ain't quiet. We've got Jupiter still rolling backwards. Taurus has got a big part to play coming off of the eclipse. Remember, November is still eclipsy. It's tipsy off that eclipse energy. Thank you, Taurus. And then Taurus has got a lot to do with the Scorpio new moon because Uranus, I believe, is almost in an exact opposition. Hold on. I think I've got the chart in here, or at least it written down. Yep, it opposes Uranus in during the Scorpio new moon. So here we go. Taurus. What is the masculine message for Taurus in the first part of November? What is the message for Taurus? Thank you. We've got the 9 of coins, and in the middle of November during this Scorpio new moon, what is the masculine message for Taurus? 3 of cups. All right. Thank you. Oh, there we go. Page of Wands again at the end of November. We've seen him before. They want one more. All right. What's the last card that you want to show for Taurus end of November? Not that many. One, please. Thank you. Oh, there it rolls. All right. Well, something's coming down. Actually, I'm hearing this is like tower up here. This is Taurus. See what the feminine has to say. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. All right. Do you have one at the top? You have. Thank you. All right. Here we go. All right. So, Taurus at the very top of November, overarching energy, because like this is how potent your energy signature at the end of October has on November energy, Taurus. You have two cards at the very top. The Tower in the masculine position and the Eight of Cups in the feminine position. November is what I called a bleed through month. So October's energy, this Taurus eclipse that we just went through, the final one on that access point, bled into the start of November, is going to then get mixed in the fucking pot with Uranus and the Scorpio new moon in the middle of November, and then will continue to bridge and bring forth because we'll have that Scorpio Taurus access bleed into the end of November into the beginning of December. And then December at the end, we've got Jupiter stationing direct. So we've got a lot of things in Taurus that is just like sticking to every part of November. Like you can't get around it. You can't get away from Taurus. You can't get away from Scorpio. It is what it is. And you can't get away from this Tower or this Eight of Cups. So this is indicative of what happened at the end of October that's bleeding the energy into this entire reading for Taurus for the beginning, middle, and end of November. So the Tower action, your shit could have gotten blown up. Like you were on a high, a trajectory, you knew where you were going, you were taking the action that you needed, and then whoop, things just changed on a dime. This is literally why we ask for strong ankles because pivots are necessary. And I always see when I say the word pivot, the friends, with the couch and Ross, and it's pray for strong ankles, Taurus. Like that's part of it. Tower moments are necessary because the structural foundation that you had going on was not going to take you to the long term. It wasn't what was needed. And these Eight of Cups, you have to walk away. You're feminine in the feminine energy space. You have to close your eyes and walk your path. You have to walk away from your fucking feels. I get this is jarring. I get a tower is never easy. You've got a moment to be in your feels, Taurus, and then you got to move on. You got to leave your feels here because there is still things that have to happen. You have to go back to the drawing board. Now, the great thing is this person is actually moving and going back to the drawing board, closing your eyes again, walking up your path again, getting your brain out of the way again, getting your fucking feels out of the way, seeing both sides of this tower moment. Yep, this was horrific, challenging, jarring. Fit your feelings, fit your ex in there. But I see why it was necessary. I can sit in gratitude with it. I have grown. Venus has been doing her thing. She went through Leo, did a big retrograde. I've got Jupiter's been telling me things. Uranus has been teaching me things. I'm now in a perpetual state of gratitude. Cool. I can see the other side of this now. Doesn't make it any less easy, but now I need to move starting in this beginning of November. I need to figure out a different way to do it. And part of that is going to be owning that energy, the 9 of coins. You got resources, but are you so blinded by your emotions? Are you so blinded by this tower and this 9 of cups that you don't see your resources? You've got them. You've got 9 of them, as a matter of fact. You've got the key to this gate. You've got everything that you need to prove it to the universe that you mean what you say at the beginning. After this tower moment, you and this 9 of cups, you have everything that you need at the beginning of the month to begin to rectify and build something even better than you had first started. This upgrade, this wasn't big enough for you. You are meant for more, Taurus. You are meant for so much more that you're starting back over again, but you're not starting empty handed. You are not starting empty handed. Definitely not starting empty handed on the inside. Again, if you can let go of these feels, these eight cups of feels, you can tap into something really miraculous. You can tap in on that feminine energy side into that gratitude, tap in into the unity, allow, because what we have next is the 7 of Swords, which is great because it's the action card, it's the thought card, it's the, oh, shit is clicking in the middle of the month for Taurus. It's merging all the things together, owning your feelings, being okay, being the observer, but still knowing that this is the journey. This is exactly what needed to happen to go bigger, better, broader, right? It's the marrying of the tower, this 8, this 9. It's the mirroring of kind of everything. It's like the understanding, Taurus, with this lovers, that all things happen for purpose, right? All things happen for purpose. And that might be a lesson since the Scorpio and Taurus access, 1.5, like 18 months, right? Over these last 18 months that you've been figuring out. And so now by the time this came around, you're good. Look, I'm good. I'm happy. I'm great. We're fine. Everything's fine. Yep, it hit me in the gut. It hit me in my feels, but I bounced back and I bounced back really well. I now need to just figure out, by getting that bounce back, by getting in and shortening that change curve for yourself, by pivoting for yourself well in that feminine internal space, allows you to finally see this gate behind you and all that you actually still have. I mean, shit, you got a falcon right here, right? Like, you've got a lot of tools at your disposal to continue moving through your process and to rebuild this tower. Because at the middle of the month, there's some celebration. You get, like, this is the Scorpio new moon. You get a little celebration. This is going to be a little now, okay, Taurus. These are mermaids. Typically, this is like 3 women dancing and it's, community and all of. I'm also hearing this as, make sure that you're ready. Make look at, she is also in warrior garb. She's in her leathers. She's ready for the hunt. Get that together. Get the armor on, because there's a siren song coming in the middle of the month with this Scorpio new moon for Taurus. It is opposing Uranus, which is in your sign, Taurus. And that right there, that could be a shakeup. something that you didn't see coming once again, a decision that you made that you might have made hastily is the word I'm getting. Um, there might be a little bit of like imposter syndrome, Taurus. I'm hearing it towards the middle of the month. A little bit of like putting the cart before the horse, celebrating a little too early. There is need to appreciate where you're at, right? Appreciate the things that you've gone through, appreciate all that's happening. But there's caution in this card. There's caution on the actions that you choose to take, Taurus, around the Scorpio new moon. There's caution here as just a be aware. It doesn't mean that you should stop and do nothing. No, no, no. We've got high effort and high reward. We need that. But use clear discernment as you're taking action. It's not a time to just, yep, I didn't think about it. I just did it. No, no, no. Because in the feminine, where the reaction, the not the reaction, excuse me, the intuition hits, there's 7 swords. You can only carry 5. So are you just going to pick up any 5 if that's the only 5 that you are going to have to take you through the end of the year? Or are you going to spend time, Taurus, and actually like think about it? Think about the swords that you want and not get influenced by a siren song. This is very much Taurus, not just a it's not I'm hearing it's not just a Uranus thing, because Uranus has been sitting with you for a minute. Like you're kind of moving with that energy right now. Um it's more so a Saturn thing. So, middle of the month, just think. That's what it like stop and think. Stop, close your eyes, make sure that you look, make sure you figure, see all the sides, see all these swords. Don't make that hasty reaction. All right. Then at the end of the month, Taurus, man, the Page of Wands came out again and Judgment. And this, I feel by the end of the month, you'll know if these were the right 5 swords or if you've got to like trade, you got to do some things, you got to make some different moves. I feel like by the end of the month you're going to like see this picture, that this side of the picture much more clearly from that internal perspective, to be able on the external and that masculine energy, Taurus, to get into that Page of Wands energy, which is okay, I brought these 5 swords with me. I kind of hear it as like this was the initiation. Thank you, Spirit and ancestors. So you're going through an initiatory process, Taurus. There you go. For some of you out there, initiation time. This Page of Wands reminds me of when young boys would go through an initiatory process to become men in tribal societies. That is what I'm hearing, that masculine energy, your action taking, Taurus, your ability to blend and the lovers be able to unify these sides through this initiatory process. You're going to find out real quick if those 5 swords were the ones that you needed and the ones that were right to choose and the ones that are going to take you for the long term. And you're going to come out on that other side in the masculine through the initiatory process going into your next stage. You're ready now for December. You're ready now for the year ahead. You're ready now to get out of all of these like weird Like you're not weird. The Scorpio Taurus access things. You're ready to embrace what's coming on ahead of you. All right, Taurus, that is what we have. Let's get those out. Let's figure out what the next sign is going to be. One, let's see. Whoops. We have, oh, 3 of hearts. Might be a message for somebody. I see we got some chats going on. All right. Whoops. Let me move this back over here. All right. And then on this side, let's put that there. Okay. Taurus done. Next sign up. Oh, I looked. All right. Oh, we got Virgo. Let's see. There we go. Boop. Virgo next. Let's see what Virgo has going on for the month of November. So this is obviously a new background, and I'm going to have to definitely make these chat boxes a little bigger because it's not showing up in my chat. What do we have here? So we've got 3 chats from YouTube. Thank you so much for watching live on YouTube. What does my boyfriend think of me? I just broke up with him because he looks at other girls. I just broke up with him because he um that can definitely be a challenge. And that is not how tarot works, or at least that's not how I read tarot. What I would tell you is whatever your sign is, to watch that and then discern the messages and see what feels right that comes out of that. See what type of intuitive hit you have out of that. Um, that's the decision you made. That was probably the best one for you to do at the time. All right. Let's see what we have for Virgo when we get into November. All right. Virgo, masculine energy in November, Virgo, for the first heart. What do we have? What? Oh, hello. Way too much. What do we have for the first heart of November? We have the Magician. Nice. Virgo, what do we have for the middle of November? 7 of Swords. And what do we have at the end of November for Virgo in that masculine space? Queen of Cups. All right. And on the feminine side, Virgo, let's see where you land. All right. Ooh, there we go. Oh, we've got 3. Okay. Do you have another message for Virgo? All right. Perfect. All right, Virgo. We're going to do a little blendy blend at the bottom in the feminine energy space. That's how they want it showing up. So let me get this over here. Okay. For Virgos, we've got the Magician that came up in the first part of the month, the 7 of Swords, and the Queen of Cups at the end. In the feminine, it's kind of a blend where I'm seeing this as a thread, Virgo, where it's like I'm seeing a needle with a thread through the eye of the needle, and it's being weaved into the tapestry of November in that in the feminine space. Three of Cups, Two of Swords, the Fool, and the Queen of Wands. And it's this like ebb and flow, Virgo. I'm getting this big ebb and flow of energy in that feminine realm for you. So we'll start with masculine, the magician in the number one spot, starting off in November, Virgo. This is where you need to alchemize. You need to get out of the spreadsheet. You need to get out of the recipe. You need to get out of the checklist. You need to get out of the post-it notes and begin to actually create. So, this is that time, Virgo, for you in this first part of November to do the rituals, the spells, the work that you are wanting to do. Um, it's something that I keep seeing a recipe. So this like October, Virgo, you went and got all of the ingredients to make this huge, let's say, feast, right? This huge upgrade that you're asking for. You got all of the ingredients, you got all of the recipe, you broke it all down, you put all of your calories to it, you know your serving sizes, like you got it so laid out, Virgo, as of course Virgo would. And you're ready now to begin creating. So what's stopping you? Because that's what I'm hearing is it too much celebration, too much junk in the trunk, too much Halloween candy, too much beverage, too much. I mean, look, if you watch Twitchy Tuesdays, I told you, Virgo, and I wasn't lying. Venus, Uranus, Venus, Virgo, Uranus, Taurus, I wasn't lying at the end of the month. You you should have gone and partied. You should have gotten a little scorpionic. You should have gotten a little seductive. You needed that. But now that we're in November, it's time to get to work. It's time to put all of that aside. It's time to stop and redirect yourself because we have high effort and high reward. The energy of the magician is only good as the energy that you put into it. Spells only work as much as your intention works. That's what you have to understand and go with is it's time to get into that, Virgo, because again, this is what for the other sign that we just did, the 3 of Cups, right, the Taurus reading, they all have legs there. This is celebration again. I think you had a really great time for some of you out there during Halloween, and kudos to you, as you should. This also, there's a piece of this though that maybe, because again, this is the thread that weaves. Um, I'm also hearing this, Virgo, as for some of you, this might be the month where you enter into things that you've never tried before. So I'm feeling very that virgin side of Virgo, and virgin in the way not the sexual way, but virgin at the new thing that you are trying. So if you've never done yoga before and November is the month that you're going to do yoga, if you've never done spell work before, November is the month you're going to do spell work. If you've never gotten a reading before, November is the month you're going to get a reading, right? It's that virgin aspect, Virgo, that is here. And break through whatever fears you got because it's ordained, it's celebrated, it's ready for you. But this 2 of Swords, this internal feminine energy of fear, of self-imposed fear, you got to weave through that. You got to like weave through it, Virgo. You got to get out of it because you need to begin to alchemize whatever that is for you. You got to start creating that recipe. You got to start doing it because the high effort, high reward, you want the reward to pay off. You want this Queen of Cups. You want this fulfillment. You want this. Oh, shit. Okay. All right. Look, things are paying off. Look at this. Look at this. The magician done made this out of a cup, a pentacle, a wand, and a sword. This, you, Virgo, made a mermaid out of all of that. That's amazing. That's totally amazing. But you got to get out of this fear first. This is the other reader in the family, Carver. You got to get out of this fear first. So weaving through in that feminine energy, get your work done, get out of this. Great job celebrating. Great job listening to the ancestors. Now it's time to move on. Get through your fear cycle because in the middle of the month, the next thing, Virgo, for you is the Seven of Swords. It's beginning to climb that hill. This, so here's what I'm hearing. Which one do you want? Which one looks better to you? You want to ask Carver? Carver, which one? Which one? No? He's looking like, bro, it's your choice. Which one do you want? Because I can tell you right now, while this ninja's very capable, obviously it can scale whatever it needs to scale. It can climb up this mountain. That's a lot of effort, Virgo. When you could just get over your fear and just become, just become. However, we have also stated that it is high effort and high reward. So I'm also hearing this as for some Virgos, there might be a decision to make. Are you going to climb this hill or are you going to let this Two of Swords hold you back? Are you going to like this is the some of my favorite fantasy series, and in fact, this reminds me here, Virgo, for anybody that's read The Fourth Wing, cannot wait for the next book to come out. But that's what this is the story that it reminds me of is everybody downplayed you. Everybody thought you couldn't do it. Everybody thought you were too small. Everybody thought, Virgo, dot dot dot, fill in the blank. Are you going to prove them wrong? Because you can, and you know you can, but you got to get over what everybody else thought first. Get into it. Get this. We don't need none of that. We need this energy. Ooh, let me get your eyelashes back, girl. We need this energy, this full energy. This is the one that we need. This exuberance, this breaking free, right? Like, look at the difference between these two. This is like, if you can get through this Two of Swords moment in the middle to the end of November, it's like, oh, that's what it's like for you, Virgo. Like, how exciting! How exciting to get here. What a thing to look forward to. And all you got to do is actually do the work, actually prove, actually do the effort, make all of the moves that you need to make because the sun is shining on you. You're ready for this next journey. And man, is it rewarding. You not only have a queen in the action area, but you have a queen in the masculine area, but you have a queen in the feminine area. You are queened up, Virgo, headed into Sagittarius season, headed into December, headed into Yule, headed into exactly where you want to be, Virgo, which is Jupiter stationing direct on the 30th. Queened up for that. Queened up and ready to party, queened up and ready to take action, blessed and abundant. You like, oh, now you can have some fun. Sagittarius season is going to be fun AF. Capricorn season, going to be great. Yule is going to be a whole celebration. You just got to get through this first part first, Virgo. All right, Virgo is done. Let me put these here, get these over. Let's see who's next. I'm going to go and let Carver out real quick. You want to go out? Yeah? Here you go. Bye-bye. He was like, I'm done. We're done here. Okay. So let's check out what sign is next. Leo. Hey, Leos. Ooh, this one's going to be good. I already tell. What you got? What you got, Leo? I'm a Leo sun, and this is typically mostly for readings. I tend to stick with my sun sign. It just feels right to me. Again, this is where you need to make decisions for yourself and discern for yourself. What's the best path? What resonates with you? What is really pinging in your chart? Maybe in your natal chart, in your natal astrology chart, like Mars is very, very, very active for you right now, and you're really hitting on that Mars. And Mars in your natal chart is in Gemini. Maybe that's what you listen to instead of your sun sign. So again, very flexible. Um, you can watch the whole thing and just pick out the messages that are for you. Also encouraged. All right. Leo, masculine energy in November. I'm not doing, there we go. All right, what do we got, Leo, for the first part of November for masculine energy? Thank you. What do we have? Okay, and thank you. All right. We've got the 9 of coins, 6 of swords at the first half of the month, 3 of coins in the middle. Oh, that's a lovely card. The Empress and the 2 of cups at the end of the month. Both other lovely cards. All right. What do we have in the feminine area for the beginning of the month for you, Leo? Here we go. That 2 of swords, Ace of wands. And in the middle of the month, Leo, oh, okay. Well, I'll take that one then. 8 of wands. And at the end of the month, Leo, feminine energy for the end of the month. 3 of swords. All right. All right. So, Sagittarius season, Leo. Here's the thing. As we've gone through this last and final eclipse at the end of October, hallelujah, we got some relief. Leo's squares, Taurus. We have been in a perpetual state of squares for, at this point, I kind of feel like it's decades. I know I'm being over dramatic, but I am a Leo, so it is what it is. Um, it has been a while. It has been a while. So we have breathing room. It is short-lived breathing room because when Pluto heads back into Aquarius, fixed signs unite. Here we go again. So that's how I'm feeling about this right now, is a lot of this is indicative for what's to come. There's like there's a window here, Leo. That's what I'm hearing, is there is a window here, and that window every single day closes. The window to, take what is needed and by all means, like this, yes, it's been a lot. There has been a lot of change. It has been a lot for fixed signs. Leo's in particular, Venus just went retrograde. Like there has been a lot that's been happening for Leos and for fixed signs. So a lot of fruit came from that. You're at the 9 of coins. You are at the 9 of coins. Things have completed. This Taurus eclipse completed. Things are beginning to get checked off, Leo. You are the 6 of swords. You are moving forward towards the horizon. There is light at the end of your tunnel. The action that between this 9 of coins and this 6 of swords, there's this there's a balance, Leo, that's going to be needed in this beginning part of November to let go of what was and move into what is. It's almost like I'm hearing it as like nervous system regulation, Leo. Like we have been in a perpetual state of fight or flight for a while. And it's almost like I don't know what to fucking do without squares, without things like hitting me from all directions. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean I can just sit down and relax? What do you mean I can just like bask in my glory? What do you mean I can just sail away? I can just sail away? I I don't I don't have to what? Like you're literally letting me just go? What is happening right now? And that's where these feminine cards come from, Leo. It's this energy of the 2 of swords. It's that fight or flight energy. And you have the Ace of Wands. This is a gift. You can release this now. Take with the 9 of coins over, because this is how they came out, right? Over the 2 of swords, take what you can. Take the lessons learned, take the good with the bad, take all of your rewards and close that chapter. Close the chapter, Leo. Close the chapter out of the past and begin to walk into your brighter future. Take the effort, take the action to begin to walk into your better future, Leo. The universe is giving this to you. It's giving you this moment. It's giving you the moment to recalibrate. It's giving you the moment to incorporate your nervous system. It's giving you the moment to not feel like you're stuck, not feel like you're bleeding out, not feel like you're a prisoner in your own mind, not feeling like you're a prisoner in your own actions, in your own space. It's giving you all of this. It's okay. You can trust this, is what it's saying. Fall into faith. Close your eyes. Envision what this sun. I get it. Look, this reminds me a lot of Persephone going into the underworld. After 6 months, she's like, I don't even know what the sky looks like anymore. What if I forgot? That heard, felt, Leo, felt. Get your brain out of the way, see all the things, envision your future, and go and get it. Because it's a gift. It's there. It's moving. You've got access to it. We're going to put this right here because we have overcome. All right, Leo, in the middle of the month. Again, this is that Scorpio new moon area. This is that Uranus area. Uranus opposing in Taurus, meaning that we've got more fixed sign squares. We love them. 3 of coins, 8 of wands. Shit's going to start moving effing quick, ready or not. Messages coming in, things that need to be done. Honestly, 2 a.m. club activated. If you don't know what the 2 a.m. club is, something I coined because throughout the last couple of years, the moons up at 2 a.m., all of this energy that we have right now up at 2 a.m. Saturn didn't want to station direct last night without me being awake. And that was at 2 a.m. So 2 a.m. club activated. Be ready for that. But this is what I love about this message, Leo, is in the middle of the month. Yes, shit gets coming in. Woo, you get the ideas, you get the messages, things change. It's not just one thing from the universe. It's like go, 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 go. Get it out of your brain, dump it down, get it on paper, get a dream journal, make sure it's sitting there in the middle of the month. Make sure that you're like, okay, it could be all of your next 6 months get pelted at you and the vision becomes so uber clear at you And it all happens in the span of like 3 or 4 days. High effort, high reward, right? Make sure that you're ready for that and you're ready to do, okay, I can hear it, I can interpret it, I can intuit it, I can get that feminine energy with it, and I can write it all down. That's the action. It's making sure that you're doing and building, creating off of what you hear. And it's not all going to happen just in the middle of the month, Leo. I get it. You're like, oh, wait, so that's all I have to do. And then whoop, I get to be an empress? No, 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 no. It's going to be a couple months. It's going to come in time. It's not expected to all happen right now. And that's where I see this coming in from is this heartbreak, this split. Um, it's the splitting. So hold on, let me focus back here. So whatever these messages are, it's just time to begin building. It's just time to get your footing down. It's just time to build the like I love that he's on the roof and these are just like spires. It's like time to take your action to the next level. It's time to get, again, writing is an action. So it's time to dream bigger in that space. When you write things down, that's another form of manifestation. In fact, it's great to write things down because now it's there. It's also about starting to write in pen and not pencil. Pencil time was over here. We are done with pencil time. It's time to actually lay those bricks. It's time to actually build the spires. It's time to actually finish the church. It's time to actually get, you asked for the upgrade, Leo. Prove it to the universe. You mean what you say. And at the end of the month, this Three of Swords in that feminine position at the end of the month, this goes one of two ways depending upon what happens over here. This is either going to be sweet, sweet release. Sweet, sweet release from this Two of Swords. Sweet, sweet release to where you become the Empress. You become all that is. You become and embody all that needs to be, Leo. Like she is stunning. She is, I know the Empress typically is not associated with Leonine energy, but you can stop yourself. That's the type of Empress I want to be, right? That fits my Leo soul right now. Warrior, strength. Like she's got all of the things abundant. She's got pomegranates and a pomegranate tree. How beautiful for autumn and fall. The gold, Venus, right? It's all of she is miraculous. And so it's that sweet release to where you can embody this empress in an action manner. You can embody that the sovereignty. You can hold the sovereignty within. Or this Three of Swords becomes exactly what everybody, reads with the Three of Swords, heartbreak. Because you got the Five of Cups. Look, somebody boo hoo, somebody spilled my water. Here's the thing, mermaid, Leo. Here's the thing with this card. There is water behind you. Go get back in the ocean. I ain't got time for all these. Look, Leo, we ain't got time for all these feels. Pluto is headed back to Aquarius in January. We have yay much reprieve. We ain't got time for none of this, Leo. Ain't got time for it. Get at, let's just let's cut all of that up, Leo. That's what we're going to use those swords for. Like, we're not going to sit here morose AF in our, like, oh, woe is me. We've done come too far to come to come. No, done come too far, Leo, to only go that far. High effort, high reward. Yeah, really? Is there even a question? I don't need to say anymore. All right, Leo, that is it. Let's see who is next. All right. Who we got? Oh, we're halfway through. Nope, I saw that one. It was Capricorn. I saw that. Give me a minute. Let's see if Capricorn comes back out. It does not. Libra does. Yay, Libra. All right. Libra for November. First, middle, end. What do we have going on in the masculine energy space for Libra? All right, for the first part of the month, Libra, what is the masculine message? Thank you. 10 of Cups. Ooh, look at that. This deck has a lot of mer people in it. Might be a message for somebody. Some Libra, maybe. All right. Thank you. And oh, okay. Sounds fabulous. Thank you, Libra. And let's get that feminine energy rolling, Libra. Right. What is that's too many. Thanks, Libra. All right. What is the beginning of the month? What is the feminine message you have? Look, Libra is not playing around. Venus is about ready to be here. When does Venus go in? Hold, please. I'm going to make sure she's not already there. Venus ingresses on the 8th. She is not there yet. So, what do we have in the middle of the month? Page of Wands. And what do we have at the end of the month? Okay, I will take both of those. We have the Seven of Pentacles, or I'm sorry, Six of Pentacles and the King of Swords. All right, Libra, this is why I love reading tarot because you never know what energy is going to come out. And as an intuitive reader, I always am amazed because we've seen the Two of Swords. If you've been watching, if you've seen some of the other signs, we've been seeing the Two of Swords come up a lot. And it's been a really clear message like self imposed fears, getting through your shit, like don't let you hold you back. For Libra, I am not hearing that for this Two of Swords. This Two of Swords, very much Libra at the beginning of November, reminds me of the like Shaolin warriors, um, Buddhist monks, like high elite warriors out there. And I know it's in a feminine position, but that is actually even more powerful. So Mars, and this is going back Twitchy Tuesdays of yesterpast, right? In the beginning of the year, as Mars was doing all his thing, we talked a lot about Mars being an a elevated warrior. His journey allowed him through oh my gosh, that was a whole journey. His journey through Gemini allowed him to become a more well-rounded warrior. It was almost like he was trained for combat anyways. He was like a Roman warrior, but then went to the Shaolin temple and became an absolute savage, right? Like, it's the difference between Roman warriors and Spartan warriors. It's like that difference, right? That's the initiatory process Mars had to go through. And Libra with this Two of Swords here, that's how I feel. And I'm hearing your journey in the beginning part of November is starting off with this like spiritual warriorness within that feminine receptive energy space where this is you creating that auric field around you, you creating your temple, you being in such magnificent harmony with and balance within yourself in that feminine energy space that you good. Like you good to start off November. Um, especially in this masculine energy, right? Your upgrade, like either the upgrade's already here, it's dropping in like Flynn in the 1st of November, this first part of November, it's just 10 cups. You got 10 days, you get a prize a day. It's like like the advent calendar in December, except for you get it in November, right? Every day. What's behind this little? Oh, look, here's a treat. Oh, look, there's 2 grand. Oh, look, there's a new car. Oh, look. It's that type of energy that I'm getting, Libra, at this first part of the month for you. And it's because you've done all of this balancing, you've done all of this upgrade. So, where in the other signs, it felt very much like they're still manifesting their upgrade. This to me is your upgrades coming in spades. It's coming in the tens of cups. And when we move to the middle of the month, Libra, it's coming in. Now that you've been gifted with multiple upgrades, you got to walk your walk and talk your talk, right? It's now this energy that is transitioning from maintaining, maintaining what you have, not getting into like, oh my God, ah, thank you. As Venus begins to move through, not falling back into the traps, especially with this 8 of Swords at the end of the month, not falling back into the traps of self-loathing, self-worth issues, etc. Stay here. This Page of Wands is great because this Page of Wands is saying internally, okay, you've got all of this. And I keep hearing with great power comes great responsibility. That's what you've been gifted in the first part of the month, Libra. Your great responsibility and showing up for that responsibility comes in the middle of the month with the Scorpio new moon, with Venus being in your sign finally, her home sign. She is happy. And I'm feeling because you're feminine, that feminine energy, you are rocking it, Libra, all the way through the month. You are rocking it. You know exactly what to do with this power. You know exactly what to do with these upgrades, and you're ready for it. Internally, you're ready for it. But Libra, that's all what you're about, right? Balancing between the masculine and the feminine, harmonizing these two. So, what happens out here? Well, you can look at these two different kinds of ways, as you can with all things. I mean, you could look at it in multiple ways, but you get all of this power, all of this responsibility, all of these upgrades that you wanted. Things are dropping in. You are a spiritual badass right now. You're ready. You know exactly what to do, all of this, and you fucking do it. High effort, high reward. You're making it happen, Libra, even through all of the chaos that is going to go around this Scorpio new moon with Uranus. You're making it happen. It's not easy. It's work, but it's also reward. And you're seeing that balance, Libra, within, and you're seeing that balance play out in real time in the 3D, where high effort is equating to high reward. Carrying these 10 of Wands up a sandhill is equating to amazing abundance that you not only get, but you get to share with others, right? It's this entrance in the middle of the month. Getting into the end of the month, again, still having this amazing feminine energy core. Venus is just rocking with you right now with all the lessons that she learned. And now here's another Six of Coins. So not only are you rewarded in the 3D, you're rewarded in the 5D as well. And the King of Swords. This reminds me of spiritual protection. This King of Swords, spiritually protected. Maintain that, right? Look at these two here. Actually, you can even look at it like this. Look at these two warriors on the two sides of you, Libra, at the beginning and at the end of November. You've got two warriors in your feminine realm that are spiritually protecting you, so you can do the work necessary to envision, to receive, to create the things that you need to create, to balance and harmonize the things you need to balance within your auric field, within your spiritual field, within the 5D, within, like, this can be a lot of, I'm hearing like cord cutting, ancestral trauma release, forgiving of debts is how I'm hearing it. Forgiving of debts. That might mean something to somebody. Because they're not giving me more than that. It's forgiving of debts. End of story. Okay. And then at the end of the month, this is Eight of Swords come in. The Eight of Swords come in the uh masculine position. So up here, Libra, in the middle of the month, you literally got to see with your own eyes how high effort equals high reward. Why are you questioning that? What is it about the end of November that you're like, fuck, that is not happening for me? Why are you digging your hole again? Why are you unable, whatever this bind around your eyes is, whatever these binds around your hands are, Libra, why are you unable to look back at all of the past experience and know that it's awesome? Just because things got a little tight, just because things got a little sticky, so you don't need to drop back into timelines from 10 years ago. You don't need to drop back into timelines from earlier this year. You've gone through all of that. Why would you put your focus backwards? Like, she's going backwards. So you've got all the things down here. You had all the things up here. What changed? And this might just be something to watch for. Watch for the doubt creep back in. Watch for the timelines replay themselves. Watch for um the similar partnerships. Like, this could be tests actually for some Libras. These could be deep and heavy seated tests to say, again, you asked for the upgrade, Libra. Got it. High effort, high reward, fell into faith, spiritually a badass, we good. And now the universe, Saturn, whoever, is coming and saying, prove it. I gave you some breathing room. I like what you did there. I like the effort you put in. I like the reward you put in. But Libras, for you Libras, I know it's more than that, because I need to make sure that the shit from the past does not come into your future. This is the guard right here to December, to Jupiter stationing direct, to 2024, to full all the other things. You got to get through this guard right here at the end of the month. Get through the tests. Make yourself proud. Make yourself proud, Libra. All right, that one is done. Libra out. Let's see who we have next. All right. Oh, Cancer. Perfect. All right, Cancer. For the month of November, beginning, middle, and end. We are going to take a look and see what the masculine G for Cancer is in the first part of the month, Cancer. What messages do you have for masculine? Whoa, for the masculine energy for the first part. Thank you. Ooh, that lovely Queen of Cups again. All right, middle of the month. What do we have? Let me see. Nope, it's my overhead light. Middle of the month. Thank you. The world. And what do we have at the end of the month? What do we have at the end of the month for Cancer? Thank you. Ooh, Knight of Swords. Look at that eagle, or hawk, falcon. Beautiful. All right, let's get your feminine energy, Cancer, and then see what messages want to come. All right. Cancer, what is the message for the first part of November for the feminine energy for Cancer? Thank you. Okay. There we go. Hold on, I thought I saw one. Nope. Okay. All right. So we got out at the beginning of the month, masculine, Queen of Cups, Five of Cups in the feminine, Cancer in the middle of the month, the World in the masculine position, Page of Pentacles in the feminine, and at the end of the month, the Knight of Swords in the masculine position and the Ten of Pentacles in the feminine position. You have quite the journey you're going on this November, Cancer. All right. Well, it starts off a little rough and tumbly. I mean, their Cancer, it has been quite the October. It has been quite the eclipse season. November doesn't change that. November's still tipsy on eclipse energy. We got a little eclipsey out here. So there's some, I mean, Cancer, you're in your feels. Like, I don't know what other way to say it. You're just in your feels. And while that's kind of okay, um, too much in your feels in the feminine makes you too much in your feels in the masculine. And that can really cloud the decisions that you need to make. You shouldn't be there. Let me rephrase this. There is a time and place to make decisions from an intuitive, how do I want to say this? Hold on, it's coming. All right, Gemini, let me get my words together. Okay, this is why we can't talk about feelings, Cancer, because there's like no words. It's a different part of the brain. Okay, what I'm trying to say is when you make decisions based on your feelings, Cancer, most of the time, those probably don't turn out very well, or they don't turn out as fortuitous as they could. Queen of Cups is great. Okay. We love the Queen of Cups. We already talked about her. She's this beautiful mermaid. Look at her go. She is not the Empress. It's it's like you're selling yourself short, Cancer, because you continue to make feeling based decisions instead of logic decisions, right? So we've got this Five of Cups. Here's your feeling decisions. They're not full. There's not much water here. In fact, most of the water has spilt, gone back into the river. And then here's logic decisions, which you have just completely chosen to turn your back on. The logic should be to turn around and to pick up those cups. Hold on, getting back music because we obviously need music. Let's do this one. There we go. Okay. So logic decisions. And this is, I'm hearing it, Cancer, for some Cancers. This may be the journey you've been on in 2023. And there's might be for a lot of you, I'm hearing there's a lot of work that's been done in this because look, we have the Page of Pentacles and the fucking Ten of Pentacles in November. There's work. You're aware. You're aware. Nothing I'm saying is probably new news. Nothing I'm saying, like, yeah, I know, I hear you, right? Like, that's the energy I'm getting. Yep, I get it. I know. It's reconciling this in the first half of November for you. Reconcile this. Like, this is a like reckoning moment for you, Cancer, in this first part of the month, because in the middle part and at the end, this is where all the yummy yummies come in from. This is where the effort gets into rewards. This is where the upgrade begins to like push through and all of that. This is where you begin to get this out of this moroseness that you like break free is how I'm hearing it. Middle of the month, this Scorpio new moon for you, Cancer, eat it up. Eat it up. Get bathe in the new moon energy vibes. Take a full blown spiritual bath for the entirety of that moon. Get your stuff moving because not only do you have a renewed sense of purpose with this Page of Pentacles, but your world changes in the masculine. You're no longer this Queen of Cups, which again, nothing wrong with being the Queen of Cups. Nothing wrong with that. That's where you were. That is not who you're about to become. Look at the difference. Queen of Cups and Knight of Swords, right? For you, Cancer, going into December, going into 2024, what does that look like? You may need a little bit of it. This might need to change. We may need to not be so feely, mother, and instead we need to be warrior, right? It's like Mama Bear. We need Mama Bear, the one that protects her cubs, not the one that coddles her cubs, right? So when we get to this middle part of the month and that Scorpio new moon, Cancer, your whole world changes. Your world and your viewpoint begins to shift from this Queen of Cups into this Knight of Swords. It begins to feel with that, like you can make one pentacle 10. I see it. You're into it. I don't look, this feminine, the intuition stuff, I don't need to tell you about that. You know it. As soon as you get out of your own way, stop being in your feelings and let the magic actually work. You begin to make one pentacle into 10, and you're willing to take this journey. You're willing to make this world change because at the end of the month, full Knight of Swords. You are in full flight. You are Mama Bear protecting its cub. You are moving towards that upgrade. You are protecting whatever that is for you, Cancer, at all costs. And you feel great about it. Your feminine energy is loving it. It is eating it up. It's like a full buffet. All you can eat buffet of all of your favorite foods and you are just going to town. That's how your inside, your soul, your feminine energy feels like basked in this glow of these pentacles. Basked in the gold light. And I don't know what's coming, Cancer, but this is really important for what's coming. I have this feeling that there's something that right now in my brain I'm not putting together that's very, very significant astrologically for you, Cancer, when we get into 2024. but it's giving me at least enough of a red flag to say this is necessary for the future. This is necessary for the future. All right, Cancer, thank you. That's the message that they had. Put those back. Cancer's going to go over here. All right. Let's see who's next. Sagittarius. Yay. Almost time for your season, Sag. Almost time. All right, let's get masculine energy first. Here we roll with Sagittarius. First part of November, second part of November, middle of November, end of November, masculine energy first, and then we'll head over to the feminine. What message do you have for masculine energy, Sag, for the beginning of November? What message do you have? Message. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oh, hi. Okay, thank you very much. This Queen of Cups. All right. And then we have the Wheel of Fortune. So in the first position for the beginning of November, Page of Cups, Queen of Cups, and then the Wheel of Fortune to end out November in the masculine. And let's get this rolling with the feminine with Sagittarius. All right. Sag, feminine energy for the first part of November. I will take this one. Thank you. That 10 of Pentacles. And the middle of November, Sag, what is, thank you, the world. And what do we, thank you, the Five of Cups. All right. All right, Sag. So somewhere right around here is where Sag season is going to come in. It will be after the new moon in Scorpio. It will be kind of towards that latter part of the month, but Sag season is big, and I know why this is coming here. But let's talk about this beginning part of the, I mean, hold on. Do we want to begin with the end in mind? Do we want to Stephen Covey this right now? We do. Okay. Sagittarius, your season this year is going to be indicative of these bookmarks, pillars, entrance. I'm hearing the word entrance exam, exit exam. It's this anytime a planet or an asteroid or any point goes into Sagittarius, it will first have to immediately square Saturn, which is now direct, go through Sag after that punch in the face, which we love. Thank you, Saturn. We sometimes that's necessary and needed, obviously, with the Five of Cups here. And then we'll go through Sagittarius and exit Sag with a square to Neptune, which let me just look because I want to make sure Neptune is still going to be retrograde for some of that. Yeah, because hold on. Neptune stations direct December 6th. So you will have some planets. I'm looking. Nope. All planets will then square Neptune direct in in Pisces. So it's forward energy. I always feel Neptune at the end there after you've trudged through Sagittarius season, partied hardy, and now Capricorn's coming in like, hi, time to get your ass up and go to work. There's this there's this moment at, again, no end of November as we get in it's knowing what's to come. That's why we wanted to begin with the end in mind, because it's knowing what's to come up, that yes, you are going to have these energies to contend with in the midst of this, amazing, you have amazing cards here, but it's like as you get to the end of November and as you begin to go into December and get closer and closer to those squares with Neptune, it's don't be disillusioned by Neptune because he will be direct, right? Don't this whole feminine energy at the end of November, it's you have to prepare yourself, Sag, in the midst of the party fucking hardy that you are and all of this like great get fall to winter energy that you're accumulating for us, the knowledge that you're accumulating, um the excitement, the fire, the passion that you're bringing through, all of that, you have to make sure internally your feminine energy, your creative energy, your birthing energy doesn't get left out in the cold with this 5 of Cups. That when it hits Neptune, it's not disillusioned, that you're strong enough in that feminine aspect, Sag, that you still see these 2 cups. This veil, you don't have a veil over your eyes. You can have a cloak on because it's cold, right? But it shouldn't be over your eyes. It shouldn't be binding your eyes. You still, third eye, because we're right? This is feminine energy. Third eye, eyes, and your all of your extra sensory perception should still be able to pick up on these 2 of Cups. So you don't fall into the moroseness. You don't embody this ick, right? You don't embody because 5 change, right? It's a change. There's a change that's occurring in that space. And change means that there's multiple different pathways and opportunities to that change. How do you come out of it? High effort equals high reward. So how are you going to deal with this at the end? Well, let's look at the tools you have. Now that we've begun with the end in mind, let's take a look and see what happens before that. So, start of November, Sag, you've got the 10 of Cups in the feminine energy space. Bringing it in. You rocking and rolling. You have had this really amazing time, Sag, over the last little bit. You happy, you flowing, you getting all your things needed. You're you're already doing what other signs are being asked to do. Your eyes have already been closed. You've already been walking your path. You have already got your brain out of the way. You are already seeing all sides of things. You're already doing all of the things. And in the masculine, you're being rewarded for that. You're feeling good about where you're at. You're not exactly where you want to go, or you're not exactly in your full upgrade yet, but you ain't without. You got one, two, three fishies with you. You got this great hat. I mean, you got urchins. You got this whole cup. You're not without. You're not fully there, and you know that, and that's okay. And you're 10 of Pentacles up in the field, up in the good space, right? You're okay with that. You get that this is the journey. You get that you asked for the upgrade. Excuse me. You get that you need to continue to prove it to the universe, and proving it you are. You don't have any problem with that. You don't have any issue with doing the work. You don't have any issue with owning the things that you need to own, to identifying, Sag, the areas that still need to be worked on to bring this Page of Cups through its next iteration, which is the Queen of Cups, and then continuing on throughout that, getting more into that sovereign ruler, etc. You don't have any problem admitting that you need more help, more education, more support, more etc., whatever that looks like. You need to do a little more work. But in the middle of this month, in the middle of the month, in this Scorpio new moon. I have a feeling Uranus is bringing some gifts to you. Gifts in the form of the fuck is happening. And that's where the world changes. That's where the world is like, hi, yeah. Look at the difference after a moon makes, right? Look at the difference a moon makes right there. Here's the thing. Whatever is happening in the middle of the month, whatever this moon brings, whatever is occurring, Sag, it's all like this is necessary. This Five of Cups is necessary. This change is necessary in that energetic field, in the feminine energy space, because it's time for your upgrade, right? You started out the month at 10 of Cups. You already started at 10 of Cups. If you want something more than the 10 of Cups, you have to become more than the 10 of Cups. So you asked for it. You said you wanted it. You have been doing the work necessary, proving it to the universe that you mean what you say because you got the Queen of Cups right here. Universe, listened. You're welcome. All things happen in the 5D before they happen in the 3D. You're welcome. The universe is now changing that perspective for you. So that way you can become more than the 10 of Cups so you can get to the next upgrade. But you got to get through this 5 of Cups first. You got to get through it. It's okay. Everything you want's on the other side of this. Whoop, right there. Got to get through Saturn first. Got to look at all the things first. Got to do the work. Don't forget how much you were okay with doing the work and love doing the work. It's also necessary to do the work when things aren't so okay or things are changing a little bit, right? And then at the end of the month in the masculine space, we have the Wheel of Fortune, another 10. Woohoo, right? Wheel of Fortune, bringing new things in for you. In the masculine, new ways to do things. If you're willing to not get clogged and disillusioned by these 3 spilled cups, by Neptune retrograde and this lovely square that's happening, don't let it throw you off your game. Because here's the thing with this Wheel of Fortune. It's like, oh my gosh, why am I getting the visual from was it the Big with Tom Hanks, and is that where the Zolar machine was? That's the image I'm literally getting. Like literally seeing Sag. This Wheel of Fortune is like you putting a coin into a fortune machine and it's spitting out your fortune. And now, like, I think that's big. I'm pretty, put it in the chat. Somebody chat if I'm saying the wrong movie. But that might be a really great movie for you to watch, Sag, a little nostalgic, never hurt nobody. Um, but you have to deal with the consequences of that, right? And those don't get tied up, Sag, in the word consequences. Consequences do not have to be negative, right? You made the decision, you took the action to play the Wheel of Fortune card. Now you've got to see that path through in December. High effort equals high reward. Fall into faith, Sag, because it was meant all to happen that way. All right. That's all I have for Sag. Thank you very much. We'll put you down there, Sag, and let's see what we have. Ooh, Aquarius. Very nice. All right, Aquarius, November reading masculine and feminine energy for the beginning, middle, and end of November. All right. All right. What is the masculine and oh, thank you. Page of Coins. Aquarius, what do you got for masculine energy for the middle of November? What is Aquarius? Obviously, all of the cards, Aquarius. All right, let's come back. One card, please. Thanks. Ooh, 8 of Coins. Look at that. Doing work. All right, Aquarius, what do we got at the end of the month for masculine energy? Ooh, another Wheel of Fortune at the end of the month. Very nice. All right, let's see what feminine energy looks like for you, Aquarius. All right, here we go. Okay, hold please. That looks like 3. All right, Aquarius, we are good. Yeah, okay, they want one more. Hold on. What is the last card? Thank you. Perfect. All right, Aquarius. All right, so in the feminine energy space, Aquarius, at the beginning of the month, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Six of Swords, we have the Page of Pentacles, and the Chariot. Again, there's 4, so it kind of bleeds through all November in that feminine energy space. But in the masculine, it is clear. Beginning of the month, Page of Coins, Aquarius. Middle of the month, the 8 of Coins. And through that work that your masculine is doing, Aquarius, at the middle of this month, through that Scorpio new moon, if the Wheel of Fortune don't come in and bless you at the end of the month, high effort equals high reward. Aquarius, you got it in that masculine energy space. So at the beginning of the month, there's this Page of Coins is like you're taking time, is what I'm hearing. You're taking time to, like, I love, and I'm hearing the word nostalgia again. I love that the Six of Cups and the Six of Swords balances out the beginning into the middle of the month, because it's almost like you're taking time with this Page of Coins in to, like, see where you've been, Aquarius. See the journey that Pluto opened up for you. Like, I mean, never let a crisis go to waste, right? Never let a crisis go to waste. And I think you're really, really in a really amazing spot, Aquarius, in the masculine energy of knowing where things went really right with this Six of Cups in the feminine space, and knowing where things went really wrong in this Six of Cups or Six of Swords in the feminine space. And you are able to balance out and rectify. This is why I'm so happy Saturn is direct. And Uranus is, going to be, but Uranus is very much, let me see when Uranus goes direct. This is why we always keep the honeycomb handy. Um, does Uranus go direct? Not go direct? Maybe it is direct. Hold, please. Nope. All right. Well, let's look at the ephemeris. Hold on. February, December. So Uranus won't be direct until January 28th to be exact. So 2024. So, Aquarius, Uranus is your modern ruler, Saturn is your traditional ruler. And there's a lot here about, like, again, I'm just hearing that like Uranus in Taurus has it like this. You've done a lot of good this year, Aquarius. Like you've done a lot of good this year. You've made mistakes. Obviously, you have holes in your boat. They're filled with swords. You've made some mistakes. We have all. And what I'm hearing that you've learned is failure is part of the process, right? You got to take some of the good with some of the not so good. And being able to rectify these 2 points here with learning and discerning and understanding and acknowledging and taking that energy of I'm okay. Like dang it, I had some great times, and dang it, there were some low times. And that is all gravy because I now see, right? He's kind of like looking into this coin. I now see, Aquarius, the upgrade and how and what I need to do to get there. And that in the middle of the month is where the 8 of Coins comes in. As Uranus does all this stuff that it's going to do with this Scorpio new moon, you are ready, forged in the fire, Aquarius. You are whatever didn't work, you fixed. You're working on fixing it. You're working on each of those pentacles. You're taking the lessons and applying them. High effort, high reward. That is exactly what is needed in the action space. Because when you get to the end of the month, fortune is found. Fortune's found for you, Aquarius. I don't know what you are creating or what is opening up in this fire, but in the end, as because look, not only is this the fire of, through the moon and forging in that fire, forging from the lessons learned, forging from molten metal, but that fire also to me signifies the start of that Sagittarius season, right? This energy, this fire in the hearth, in the home that then burns open and warms into whatever is this wheel of fortune for you, whatever that fortune is for you. But it's forged, and that I just keep going to keep repeating this word, Aquarius, apparently. It's forged out of where the beginning and middle of November with you understanding where your work needs to be done and actually doing the work that needs to be done, Aquarius. High effort, high reward. Again, you've got this great balance of understanding some good, some not so good. And I'm okay with that because the Page of Pentacles on that inside, again, I know we've got 2 pages of Pentacles, Page of Coins, Page of Pentacles, one in the masculine, one in the feminine. And that is not only do I get that this is almost like this. I'm going to have to move these over so that way they get shown, right? It's literally like this, Aquarius. I mean, this is Aquarius. It's just going to do what it wants to do. But this is where we're at. So, because you've been able to discern these 2 things, you're able at the beginning of the month to understand how this Page of Pentacles can become more than the Page of Pentacles. You're able to understand what you need to do to get there because of this because of the feminine intuition of closing your eyes, walking down your path, getting your brain out of the way, seeing both sides and the things that you needed to do differently. You begin to do things differently. You begin to see a different way forward, begin to practice that new way forward, begin to make the adjustments internally, leave all of this behind. You begin to forge in your fire. You begin to actually create the changes. You begin to actually say what you mean and mean what you say. And then, wouldn't you know it, just like that, you take off. You take off, Aquarius. Whoop, you're upgrade. Whoop. Next, please. I mean, Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot, that's like 360 in like 1 second. Done. That's what it is for you. You're done. Go. Exit. You're fine. Go. Go and enjoy your upgrade. Go into December and into January and enjoy Aquarius before we get Pluto back in your sign and before we get Uranus direct. Go. Go and do all the things that you need to do. Enjoy your blessings. Enjoy your upgrade. There you go. There's your November, Aquarius. Woo! All right. That one is done. Okay. Okay. Put Aquarius here. And we've got 3 left. Who is going to be next? Oh, Aries wanted to come out and couldn't just, be picked. Aries had to totally like drop down, be seen. I get it. I get it. I'm already feeling this one's going to be a fiery, spicy one, Aries. I hope you're ready. All right. Masculine. Beginning of November, middle of November, and end of November for Aries. All right. What do we got? What do we have for Aries at the beginning of November for, thank you, for the masculine, and in the middle of November and at the end of November? All right. Uh, Two of coins at the beginning, Ace of Cups in the middle, and we round out November with the Three of Coins, Aries. In the masculine space, let's get your feminine energy. All right, let's see what we have. Aries, what feminine energy do you have? Thank you. Oh, let's see if this is where the spiciness comes from. I already heard. Thank you. Spicy. All right. All right. So we got the Queen of Swords at the start of the month for Aries, Eight of Swords in the middle of the month, the Empress and the Magician to round out the end of the month. The marriage of alchemy there. Ooh, Aries, you do not do things by halves at all, as you should not ever. All right, Aries. Well, I mean, I told you it was spicy. It's gonna get a little cutty over here. Yeah, yeah. Okay. In the beginning of the month, Aries, as you work towards in this feminine space, in the I'm hearing there is for some Aries, there's this need to mature your feminine energy, meaning your intuition, meaning your creative ability, your birthing ability, your imagination, your ability to project forward and outward and create worlds around you. You have it, it's there, but there's something that is like it's weird because it's like it's immature or it's being oh okay, thank you, I hear. So let's ground down with the nodes in your sign, Aries, right? We've got the north node here. You have the North Node here. We've got the South Node in Libra. This is new energy. We had the eclipse in October. Finally, Taurus closed out, and now you're on your own. There is no more splitsies with Scorpio and Taurus. They said deuces, ready or not, Aries, you have to pick up your shit and get it moving. The universe doesn't care if you feel like you're not ready. It's happening whether you're ready or not. That's how I'm hearing it. So I'm hearing this like there's this part, the first part and the middle part of the month, especially in the Scorpio new moon, there's this need to get really raw and honest with yourself. So that way, at the end of the month, you can alchemize the things that you need to, you can create this perfect harmony because that's what you're working for. So, look, whoa, thank you for the visual with the nodes. Okay, Aries, North Node. I am pointing to the Queen of Swords. Aries, North Node. The Empress and the Magician. Libra, South Node. Your access. In your feminine energy space and how you create and how you intuit and how you are going to be able to support yourself moving through these things to allow this creation and this birthing to unfold the upgrade that you want outside of the action you need to take, which we're not even at the action yet. This is a lot of internal stuff. In order to balance the North Node with this Queen of Swords and the South Node with this Empress and the Magician, in order to get through this month and pull through into this next cycle, this is a year and a fucking half, Aries. 18 months, Aries. 18 months. This isn't just for November. In order to get through November and to get into these moons that are outside of eclipse season, our first moon's outside of eclipse season, Aries and Libra still really active. We need this is you got to get through your 10 of swords. It's no longer a solo Queen of Swords journey anymore. You are being upgraded in that feminine energy space in the 5D in your internal world. You are being upgraded. You're going through an internal initiatory process, Aries, that is taking you from being the Queen of Swords, which again, Queen of Swords is great, nothing wrong with that, but taking you to the Empress and the Magician, taking you to this beautiful balance, this beautiful harmony that Libra is all about, that is more than what you are now. And to transition that phase for you, Aries, you have to, I'm sorry, I said 10 of swords earlier. You have to get through the 8 of swords. This is a lot of shadow work. And it's perfect that it's in the middle of the month with that Scorpio new moon. It's a lot of looking at internal Aries. It's a lot of looking at self. It's a lot of what is the word that I want to use? Hold on, I'll have it. It is the idealism. Looking at your belief systems, looking at your value systems, looking at your everything, that looking at you and figuring out where you need the work done to go from this solo Queen of Swords to the Empress and the Magician, Aries. And that is your November journey on the inside. That's your feminine energy journey on through the month of November. That's where you close your eyes. This is where you walk your path. I'm so happy her eyes are closed in this Eight of Swords. You walk your path. Obviously, she ain't walking anywhere. Trial by fire, maybe, but get your brain out of the way. Get your ego out of the way. I mean, ego is purposeful. Let's be honest. But know when the ego needs to take the passenger seat in the car versus the driver's seat, Aries. Okay. So, up in the top, as you are doing a lot of this inner work, I love that these are very simple cards for you. We've got the Two of Coins, the Ace of Cups, and the Three of Coins because, Aries, your work is not a lot in the 3D. And that may frustrate you. That might be part of this Eight of Swords you're going to be going through. Because your work this month in the 3D, the action, the masculine energy, Aries, that you really, you really want to hone in on, that's what's taken the back seat. That's what's taken the passenger seat this month. The feminine is what you need to pay attention to. You got the Two of Coins. It's status. Maintain status quo, maintain balance, maintain equilibrium. It's the 1st of November, these first couple of like a week, couple of days, you're just maintaining. You don't have to do anything crazy. You don't have to put in a bunch of effort. You just got to maintain your status quo. You get the Ace of Cups. Then at this moon, as you're going through this barrage of Eight of Swords in your, feminine energy space, as you're changing, as you're literally coming through, the Ace of Cups is that healthy reminder in the 3D, in the action oriented spaces, um in the ability for you to prove it. Allow the water to cleanse you clean. Allow your cup to be dumped out and refilled. Like, that is where your action comes from this month, Aries, is not in actually doing anything, but in allowing things, allowing the process to happen. You don't have to control the process. There's no hands in this Ace of Cups. There's not even a human in this Ace of Cups. That should tell you something. Fall into faith. Fall into that connection piece. You've got so much more work to do inside. Allow yourself to be bathed and cleansed. You could it will be a new moon, but you could still take a spiritual bath during that time. You could still, um, do some Reiki, do some energy work, do some of those are the things, Aries, that you want to be taking action towards. Then at the end of the month, as you become this Empress and this Emperor, as you get into that access point with Libra, you get the Three of Coins. Again, another simple card. You don't have to do anything. Maintain your chapel. That's your work. That, and I get it. That, Aries, ain't going to be the easiest thing. But in your case, Aries, this month, the less you can do, but just balance, keep your status quo, get up on your roof, fix your little tiles, turn your little, what is this? This angel blowing a trumpet. Get it situated, maintain, make sure things are clean, make sure things are organized, all of that. If you can take care of your outside, Make sure your house is clean, make sure you're showering, make sure you're feeding yourself properly, make sure you're drinking enough water. Like if you can maintain what you already have set in place, the habits that you've built, and just maintain those, you don't need to put on extra, you don't need to do a new diet, you don't need to just maintain Aries so you can have all of the energy focused on this process of going from the Queen of Swords to the Empress and the Magician. That is your November. All right. Who do we have left? We got two left. We're going to do Capricorn. All right. Speaking of water, Capricorn, masculine energy first. Start of November for Capricorn. What messages do you have, Cap, at the start of November? Masculine energy. Thank you. Six of Cups came out. The Devil. Woo! That's Scorpio. That Scorpio moon. Pluto is doing some things. All right. And the Knight of Coins. And feminine energy space wise. All right. What do we have at the feminine energy at the beginning of the month for you, Capricorn? What do we have? Knight of Pentacles. And in the middle of the month, woo, Five of Coins. And at the end of the month, thank you, woo, Ace of Pentacles. All right. Capricorn. I immediately heard before I even could start sorry, Virgo. It was a whole thing. All right. Before I could even start like shuffling the cards, I heard very clearly it ain't Cap. We're getting to you, but we got to finish Scorpio. We got to finish Sagittarius. We'll get to you. Like your time is coming. Your time is coming. Just hold on. Which is indicative of the whole reason why I wanted to do this reading this way is because this is like this is the part of the marathon, Capricorn and rest of signs. This is the part of the marathon, November and the beginning part of December. Well, really most of December because Jupiter doesn't station direct until the 30th. This is the time where you can't slow down. You can't give up. You are almost done. We've been watching Special Forces and great show, highly recommend. But it's one of those where it's 10 days. Day one isn't the time to give up, but day nine isn't either, right? Like when you get to eight, nine, and 10, that's when, yeah, the fire, it's hotter. Just like if you put a frog in water that's like warm and you just warm it up slowly, like it gets hotter as you sit on the stove, your water gets hotter. And that's what's happening here is like this build. You have to continue the effort. Have to continue the effort with this. And especially Capricorn in this middle section of the month for you. This is going to be where rubber hits the road. But let's start at the beginning. So, in the first part of November, in the masculine space, Capricorn, you have the Six of Cups. There has been a lot of cups that have come out in all of these readings in the masculine space. So, Cap, like your mountain that you're climbing, your upgrade is like, it's so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. Like, look at how lovely she is. Look at how happy and joyous and like just abundant. Like there's so much abundance in this six of cups. It's the moment where you're like, yeah, you know what? Pluto's off that 27 degrees. Fuck, we made it. We good. Like, look at all of the 27-degree Pluto abundance. I can't never let a crisis go to waste, right? That you have gotten, Capricorn. Like, came out swimming from Pluto covering that 27-degree territory next month and covering 28 in November, which also is going to be the last time he ever hits 28 degrees in our collective lifetime. Never again will we see this. So you're taking a lot of that and applying it. You're taking a lot of that and applying it, Capricorn. And, it's interesting because as you get into this devil card in the middle of the month with the Scorpio new moon, like, there's a little bit here too of like her back is turned to this devil. There's a little bit of you like might be basking too much in your own mountain shine, might be like not as on top of your game as you need to be in the 3D in making the decisive because these are still cups. It's still really watery. Um, are you really grounded in the decisions that you're making? Right? Like, think about you and your sign and the animal that it signifies, etc., the animal that aligns with that energy. Just imagine a mountain goat. Here we go. Knight of Pentacles. Close your eyes. Walk your path. Imagine the mountain goat just willy nilly making steps up this mountain without calculating and actually like observing and making decisive action, making sound action on those steps. He puts his life at risk and puts his community at risk and puts anything else that might be on this mountain at risk by not doing that, by being too absorbed in the frilly things, in being too self-absorbed, in being too la-di-da, in being too, oh, I've already climbed this mountain before, I can do it again. Not in these conditions, you haven't. You don't know what Pluto's bringing at 28 degrees. Not in these conditions, you haven't. This is his final time. We know Pluto doesn't do things by halves. So it's this like, well, I made it through 27 degrees. I got 28. Okay. Because she in this in this six of cups becomes this bound woman real quick when the devil gets here in the middle of the month. Real quick. Funny how things change. Funny how when you're not paying attention, Cap, you fall down your mountain. You bring other people with you, right? And even if you have been on this mountain before, it's now snowing. Other elements are coming in. Are you prepared or did you not prepare for this? Right? Great by choice. Great book that I'm reading. Great by choice. It's a choice to be conscious. It's a choice to take the right action. It's a choice to pay attention. That paying attention is your action in the first half of the month. Don't get sucked into the la di da. because that la-di-da is gonna get you bound in the middle of the month. And when we get to the middle of the month, like this is no holds bar fucking around. Like, whoa. This is whoa. I need to find out where Pluto is going to be in the middle of the month for you. Give me a second. Let me pull up this ephemeris. November, Pluto. So November 1st literally hit 28 degrees, of course. Why would that not? So in the middle of the month at the Scorpio moon, he'll be at 28:10. Let me look at the Scorpio chart. I want to see what Pluto's doing over here. Oh, that's the April. Hold on, that was the full moon. My bad. Let me go back here. Here we go. All right, what has Pluto got going on? I know he's got something going on. I can already feel it. Oh, just some things with Neptune, no big deal. Just some things with, well, that's a little far, but I guess I'll give it grace with we got some Mars action, which Mars is of course in Pluto's sign, which is it's the sign that Mars traditionally rules, Scorpio. Yeah, there's activation definitely with Pluto here. So it's like I fuck around and find out. Cat, like your choice how the devil shows up for you. Your choice, the action that you take within that, your choice on, how you prove your worth sitting here bound, what next steps you take. Like, I mean, I'm literally seeing Lord of the Rings. Your choices, what journey are you going on? What member of that cast, what member of that story are you going to play? And then when we get to the end of the month, like this is that hero's journey back home with the Knight of Coins, which is right here. He's not home yet, Cap, right? We've got to get into December. You got to wait your turn. You got to get to Yule. Like we got to do the things. However, in this Knight of Coins, he's on his journey home. He is coming back victorious. What victory looks like, what this upgrade looks like, absolutely depends on what you decide to do at the beginning and how you handle the beginning of the month and what you decide to do in the middle of the month is what type of victory this comes out to be. What is your Knight of Coins going to hold at the end of the month? High effort equals high reward. End of story. In the feminine space, in your internal space, Capricorn, we have the Knight of Pentacles at the beginning of the month, this Five of Pentacles, and then the Ace of Pentacles. So look, again, it's the exact same story. Are you sitting on your high horse at the beginning of the month, thinking you got it all, thinking, oh, I got this pretty pentacle. I can build a whole world with that. Come crashing down the what? Like this Knight of Pentacles into the Five of Pentacles, you know what this reminds me of? And then into the Ace of Pentacles at the end of the month. This is exactly the up and down of the stock market. I'm actually hearing it more like crypto. I was on the high horse in my crypto journey. Yep, getting it, crush and burn. And now things are starting to come out. And I don't know if that's where crypto's at, but that's like where my brain went. Same thing. I mean, stock market, anything that is variable right now. Pluto is in Capricorn, fucking shit up at that 28-degree mark. Ending. Never again will be there. He does nothing by halves. He is closing it out. We know what Pluto's been doing in this last decan of Capricorn. So It's ups and downs. It's how you handle this first part is, or how you understand and interpret and make necessary adjustments will be how you get through this piece, will be how you come out on the other end. Because this Ace of Pentacles is the same as this Knight of Pentacles, right? Whatever this pentacle is, directly correlates your reward will directly be correlated with your high effort and what that looks like both internally and externally in the world with your action and internally with your inner work that you're doing. How did you get through this? And how did you, what do you look like on the other side? All right, Cap, that is it. Let's get the last one. Oh, Gemini. Ending the month. So we have that Scorpio. Gemini will have its moon here over at the end of the month. So let's see where we are at. So Gemini, we've got masculine energy in the first part of November, middle of November, and oh, hello, Ace of Wands, and end of November. All right. What is Gemini masculine energy for the start of November? Oh, hello. Five of Swords, that flew. Ooh. And in the middle of November for Gemini, what do we have? What do we have for masculine energy? Thank you. Four of Coins. And what do we have at the end for Gemini in the masculine energy? And the High Priestess. Awesome. Butterflies present. Pomegranates again. All right. And feminine energy space. All right, Gemini, what do you have in the feminine energy space at the beginning of November? Do you have Two of Wands, Six of Cups for the middle, and at the end of, thank you, the Moon at the end of November. Woo, all right. Gemini. Okay, so starting off the month, Gemini, Five of Swords in the masculine space with the Two of Wands in the feminine space. I'm actually going to do all masculine first and then head down to the feminine. So, Gemini, Five of Swords, Four of Coins, the High Priestess. Coming off of October, coming off of these eclipses, Gemini, there's a lot that was picked clean, is how I'm hearing it. Like, for some Geminis, it may be very barren right now. It may be very desolate right now. It may be like the actions that you've been taking are not bringing forth fruit. They're, in fact, might be doing the exact opposite, where you continue, Gemini, to dig yourself into the ground. You continue to perpetuate something at the beginning of November. I'm seeing it too as like a wheel, like a hamster wheel. You just like at this point, you just don't see a way to get off of it yet. Have no fear because into as we pull, yes, the eclipse energy is strong all the way throughout November. We can't lie, it is. That's why we have a Four of Coins and nothing else, right? We got a Four of Coins in the middle Five of Swords at the start. There's not a lot of clarity. It's very, I'm hearing it in again, this is masculine. So this is in the action that you're looking to take, Gemini. There is a very clear lack of duality, lack of movement, lack of abilities to do anything but just pick from the scraps and continue to just like get through this change because it is a five of swords, right? So you just continue to do the smallest things that you can to go and continue down your journey, even if your Gemini for this first part of November, even if your best, if your highest effort is nothing more than waking up on time and making your bed, that is a win. Do it. If your highest effort is washing your face, do it. If your highest effort is, I ate today, I heated up some soup today, do it. That is all that is being asked of you, Gemini. I get it, right? Gemini, Gemini rising, totally get it. Especially because we have like what, 1.5, so 3 years ago, we went through our nodal stuff, right? We're changed. We've been on this journey. We've been on this path. And now it just feels like it's a screeching halt. It feels like we're picking the bones clean. It feels like there's not a lot of viable fruit. It feels like we're not able to be mutable. We're not able to flow. We're not able to not able to speak the way we want to speak. We're getting blocked. We're getting a sword in every way that we go. You have to show up. And it's your intention that matters. And we know that, Gemini. We know that even if we want to do more, you are being asked to provide your highest effort every day. What your highest effort is up to you. Okay? Show up in the first part of the month, even if it's just to pick these bones clean. Because when we get to the middle of the month, when we have this Scorpio new moon, we go from the Five of Swords, which is kind of like picking the bones clean, to the Four of Coins. Finally, money coming in. There's things. We're making deposits. Deposits is happening. We got money in the bank account. We got things coming through. We've got some like, he looks like, he reminds me of like minstrels or oh my gosh, he reminds me of Witcher, for those of you that have seen that show. In this card, the Four of Coins, he reminds me of somebody that is like a gun for hire or a sword for hire or something like that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And it doesn't pay all that great, but it's very rewarding. You really like it. And at least you got something. You got a roof over your head because Five of Swords, there is no roof over your head. You are exposed to every element possible, right? Here, you've got a roof over your head, you've got a full belly, you've got a meal, you're doing rewarding work that you love. Sometimes it's like, oh, why do I do this? Right? It's the hero's journey, it's all of that stuff, but you're getting there. You're getting there, Gemini. You're getting there. And through all of that, you get to, which I love that the high priestess is too, also Gemini. Through that, then we hit Sagittarius season, then we hit your full moon. And like now, and look, even in the feminine space with the moon, everything is coming together. Everything is being recognized now. Oh, I get it. I know the next things. I see what's opening up. I see what's being illuminated. I can get to this next page. I understand where I got to go. I get how to make this abundance happen. I get how to do and dot, dot, dot. And then you just go. You just go into December and you do. You go into December and you do. And in that feminine space, Gemini, we have the Two of Rods at the beginning, the Six of Cups in the middle, to the Moon at the end. And I mean, Gemini, it's the exact same journey. It's the exact same journey internally as externally. You are a duality being, right? Um, what goes on the outside typically tends to go on the inside, and that is exactly what I am seeing here. The Five of Swords on the outside, where you're like scraping by, becomes the Two of Rods on the inside, which is like, I am literally just trying to survive right now. I am trying to put my best foot forward. I am, trying to envision my path, although it's hard to see. It's kind of out there. I'm trying. I'm doing the things I need to do. I'm showing up. I'm doing the best effort inside as I can as I'm doing outside, trying to get my brain out of the way, trying all of my, tricks in my hat and my bucket, and we'll figure it out. And then come to the middle of the month, you get not only are you at the Four of Coins, but you're at the Six of Cups. All right, I got a little emotional fulfillment. Like, again, sword for hire. I kind of love what I do. I kind of love what I do, and I'm seeing some rewards from that. I love giving to the community. I love being part of this. I love having things to offer. I love, it's like, this is where my rewards are. Got it. And then you end the month with the moon, and it's your moon. Boom, clarity. Boom, all the things you've been waiting for. Boom, understanding. As much as you want to make it. That's your high reward. You have to put in this moon and this high priestess. This moon will shine as brightly as your effort through the beginning of the month, and in your feminine space, feminine energy, and this high priestess will reveal as many secrets, that's your reward, as what you take action on and what high effort you bring at the beginning of the month. Gemini. So that's what there is there to look forward to day by day, day by day. Your best effort, your highest effort for that day. All right, Gemini, that is it. And we are done. We are fully done with our Twitchy Tuesday November reading. I can hardly believe it. Thank you everyone for joining me. Wow, I didn't even realize we've been going for 3 hours. I love that. Again, that Gemini, right? Ooh, that was rewarding. I hope you enjoyed this. And if you did, please make sure to subscribe, hit the alert buttons. Then you'll know when I go live. This was not a pre-scheduled live. So it was kind of the impromptu. That's how I'm going to be doing tarot readings from now on, is just kind of dropping in live when the tarot calls and the ancestors speak. So make sure that you subscribe, grow our community, and most of all, if you did find value in this, share the video with somebody else, exchange that energy, share that energy along that might also find value. And this is how we build a community and grow. I will be back on the 7th, I believe. Yep, the 7th of November for Twitchy Tuesday, right here at 5:30 p.m. Central Time, where we will get into the next round, getting into that middle of the month and that Scorpio moon that is about ready to